In today's deep dive, we explore one of the most urgent and fascinating stories in American politics, the unraveling legal and political crisis of former President Donald J. Trump. What was once seen as a man immune to scandals is now transforming into a moment of reckoning that even Trump himself may not have foreseen. With multiple criminal indictments, civil lawsuits, state-level investigations, and growing political fractures inside the GOP, Trump is facing the most serious challenges of his life, both personally and professionally. Why you should watch this video until the end. This is not just about Donald Trump, it's about the future of American politics, the stability of democratic institutions, and the shifting dynamics inside the Republican Party. Whether you are a Trump supporter, a critic, or someone simply curious about the unfolding drama, this video will give you a comprehensive, fact-based breakdown of the stakes. This video takes you through how Trump got here, what it means for the future of American politics, and why his troubles may be far deeper than anyone initially anticipated. What this video covers: 1. Trump's legal troubles intensify, multiple indictments across federal and state courts, ongoing investigations into election interference, classified documents, and financial misconduct. The legal timeline leading into the 2024 election. 2. The political fallout. 3. Shifting GOP alliances. 4. The contradictions of Trump's agenda. 5. The future of Trumpism. Trump's legal maze, why it's different this time. For years, Donald Trump built a reputation as someone who could dodge political scandals, lawsuits, and investigations. From his days as a New York real estate mogul to his time in the White House, controversy seemed to follow him. Yet he often emerged stronger, spinning every accusation into a rallying cry. But this time feels very different. Unlike past episodes, Trump is not just fighting political critics or hostile media coverage. He is now entangled in a complex legal web across multiple states and jurisdictions, and these cases have real legal consequences that could strip him of money, freedom, and political viability. 1. Multiple jurisdictions, multiple fronts. In the past, Trump usually faced one investigation or lawsuit at a time. Today, however, he is defending himself in several high-stakes legal arenas simultaneously. Federal cases. The Department of Justice is pursuing charges over his handling of classified documents and his attempts to obstruct the government's investigation. Federal cases carry some of the harshest penalties, and the resources of the U.S. government are vast. State cases. Georgia prosecutors are focusing on Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election results. The infamous phone call pressuring Georgia officials to find votes is now central evidence. Unlike federal cases, state cases cannot be pardoned by a future president, meaning Trump can't simply win in 2024 and erase them. Civil lawsuits. In New York, Trump and the Trump Organization face financial fraud allegations. If convicted, these cases could devastate his business empire, cut into his wealth, and tarnish the financial brand he has leveraged for decades. Having to fight on all these fronts at once means Trump cannot use his usual strategy of delay and distraction as effectively. Court dates overlap with campaign rallies. Legal fees skyrocket, and each case brings new headlines, keeping the scandals alive in public memory. 2. The evidence is tangible, not abstract. Past controversies often centered on he said, she said situations, political rumors, or complicated policy disputes that Trump could spin as partisan attacks. Now, prosecutors have hard evidence. Recorded phone calls, documents marked classified, discovered at Mar-a-Lago, testimonies from insiders who once worked closely with Trump, financial records that reveal patterns of alleged fraud. These are not vague accusations. They are physical documents, recordings, and sworn statements. In a courtroom, that kind of evidence can outweigh any political messaging. 3. The courts don't play politics the same way. When Trump was president, he could use the bully pulpit, partisan loyalty, and executive power to shield himself. Today, he is a private citizen running for office while under indictment. Judges and juries are not swayed by campaign slogans. Legal deadlines, discovery rules, and court schedules do not bend to rally crowds. This creates a scenario Trump has rarely faced, an arena where his charisma, defiance, and branding have limited power. Political timing makes it worse. Even if Trump manages to delay some trials, many will land in the middle of the 2024 campaign season. Imagine a candidate who has to split time between debating rivals, holding rallies, and appearing in court. Every headline becomes a clash between his political ambitions and his legal jeopardy. In the eyes of swing voters and independents, This makes him look less like a strong leader and more like a man on trial for serious crimes. The timing alone could undercut his chances regardless of the verdicts. The risk of losing allies. Perhaps most critically, Trump's legal troubles are forcing Republicans to ask difficult questions. How long can they defend him before his baggage becomes too heavy for the party? If his poll numbers slip and his cases intensify, even longtime allies may start to back away. For a man who has always thrived on loyalty, legal isolation could turn into political isolation. Put simply, this is why Trump's legal maze is different from anything he's ever faced before. It's not one problem, it's a stack of interconnected crises with legal, financial, and political consequences. The stakes are higher, the evidence is stronger, and the timing could not be worse. Political consequences inside the GOP. For years, the Republican Party has been synonymous with Trump. His grip on the base has been unmatched, and GOP lawmakers have often bent to his will. But as his legal problems mount, cracks are starting to appear. Some Republican leaders privately express concerns that Trump could drag the party down in 2024. Others are worried that resources spent defending Trump will weaken their broader political strategy. Already, you can see subtle distancing from figures who once defended Trump unconditionally. The big question is whether this will remain behind closed doors, or spill out publicly as the legal stakes get higher. If that happens, Trump could face not only legal isolation but also political abandonment. The impact on the 2024 election. The 2024 election looms large in this crisis. Trump has made it clear he intends to run, framing the legal battles as a political witch hunt designed to stop him. This narrative resonates with his most loyal supporters, who see him as a victim of a corrupt establishment. However, broader public opinion may be shifting. Polls show that while Trump retains a strong base, independent voters and suburban voters, critical for winning national elections, are increasingly skeptical. If Trump is campaigning while on trial or worse, if he is convicted, it could redefine the race entirely. The Republican Party could find itself divided while Democrats seize the opportunity to rally around the narrative of law, order, and accountability.
Make America great again. Make America great again. Make America great again.
Trump's legal defense versus reality. One of Trump's most effective tools has always been controlling the narrative. Whether through rallies, tweets, or press conferences, he often reframed scandals as political attacks. But in the courtroom, facts matter. Documents, testimonies, and evidence cannot be spun away so easily. That's why many experts argue Trump is more vulnerable now than at any point in his career. His attorneys face the daunting task of fighting battles on multiple fronts. And unlike political campaigns, court cases don't stop because of polling or public opinion. They move forward according to the law. The bigger picture. Trump and America's democracy. Beyond Trump's personal fate, this crisis represents something larger. The test of American democracy. No former president has ever faced this level of legal jeopardy, while simultaneously pursuing a return to power. How the nation handles this unprecedented situation will set precedents for generations to come. Will Trump be held accountable like any other citizen? Or will political influence once again shield him from consequences? What message does this send to the world about the strength or fragility of American democracy? These are not just questions about Trump, they are questions about the integrity of the U.S. legal and political system. Why Trump may be in deeper trouble than anticipated. At first, Trump and his allies dismissed these investigations as distractions, another witch hunt that would ultimately fade away. But what makes this moment different is the breadth and depth of the challenges, multiple fronts. He isn't facing one scandal but several, legal teeth. These cases involve evidence, documents, and sworn testimonies that can't be spun away. Political timing, trials and investigations are colliding with the 2024 campaign season. Shifting alliances, his once solid GOP backing is showing signs of weakness. Taken together, these factors suggest Trump may be in far more trouble than he ever calculated. Donald Trump has always thrived on controversy, but the current storm around him is unlike anything he has faced before. From the courtrooms of Georgia to the halls of Congress, from the voters in Iowa to the judges in Washington, Trump is confronting challenges that could reshape not only his future, but the future of the United States. Whether he weathers this storm or not, one thing is clear. Trump is in far deeper trouble than even he anticipated, and America is watching closely. What do you think? Is Trump's political comeback doomed by his legal troubles, or will he once again defy expectations? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into politics, law, and global issues. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on Trump's legal and political crisis.